Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker. Thank you so much for joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And it's one of those moments in life when you feel like things are just coming to fruition the way that they should be. I'm so very excited that the person who is in my ear for so many years is now next to me on the desk. Welcome back, Jennifer Hollihan. Jennifer, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Keith. How
All
are
right.
you?
I am awesome. The new community relations director for the TCU Food Bank.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, welcome. Going to make sure that we introduce your other half with us as well. Lawrence Dehart, of course, Executive Director. Welcome back to the show, Lawrence.
Thank you.
All right.
But yeah, it's better to talk to her than to me at this point.
I got you. I got you. And so for those people who may be wondering, we are very glad that Spud has taken a different role. So, Lawrence, could we just talk about that just for a second?
Yes, we formed a foundation called Hands for Hope. And so to help us bring in some national money and money from outside of the region, and Spud has assumed the executive director's job. So a bit of a promotion and a big new role for him. So Jennifer's replacing the big hole left by Spud.
Exactly. I know that's right. And she can fill it beautifully in a different way.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. And they do things a little bit differently. So congratulations. Let's talk about just what it's like to be able to work for an organization that does so much good for so many people.
It's when he offered me the job, it was kind of like instantly I knew because helping people is what I love to do. And so working with the community, for the community, in the community, it's like a heartfelt yes, I want to do that. We need all the support that we can get.
Right.
We are a $1 million operational budget per year, and we're looking to serve 35,000 people this year.
And you got to be really cost efficient to do it, but we need help.
Well, we are very cost efficient. $28.50 per person is what that comes out to be. So I would say that's very efficient.
It's incredible.
For a food bank.
And listen, you guys know as a social worker how thankful I am for what y'all
Yes.
do and getting the word out, getting people the help that they need. But we need help as well. We need people who to kind of pull their heartstrings to be able to give.
Yeah.
Right. We're welcome donations of any kind.
Yes.
Right. Of any amount, larger the better. As Lawrence always shakes his head. But let's talk a little bit about this car option. So let's talk about put the picture up, Aaron, because I can't do it justice. Showing the shot of Jen driving in it. This is the car raffle. It is a 2005 Mercedes-Benz SLK 350. It is a classic. It is a hard-top convertible. It is beautiful. I've been in its presence a little bit. And looking forward to doing that again real soon. But $20 a ticket will give you the option to do that. And so, Jen, let's talk about the importance of that.
All the money that when people buy tickets, all the money goes to the food bank. So you win the car, you don't win the car, you're still giving for a good cause. $20 a ticket for that kind of car, it's kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
And don't just do one or two. Everybody try and buy 5. Come on. Everybody can probably scrape up $100 to be able to do that. So buy 5 tickets because that's what I'm committed to do. I'm doing 5. So that's one of those things that I think everybody needs to do. Go ahead.
Where
Lawrence.
else can you get a Mercedes-Benz for $20?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. A very cool car, great for going out on weekends, and it's fun just watching the top go up and down. And don't tell me that you are too big to get in it or it's too little of a car. I'm 6'1" and I weigh slightly
Whatever
north
you
of
weigh,
300 pounds. And it's a situation, if I can get in and drive it, and I'm going to tell you, it's fun. It's absolutely a delight. And that leather wraps around you. And strange enough, one of our senior members, Miss Peggy Gamage, she works for us. She actually has more mileage in it because she drove it back from where we got it and that sort of stuff. She is north of 70. And I will tell you, we literally have to pry the steering wheel out of her hands. She just absolutely loves it. So
Right.
any age and any size, it's fun.
Right. So put that UR code up if you don't mind. I want to show the car raffle and how people can right now on TV use that UR code to be able to get a ticket. Go ahead, Jen.
You can also go to our website. It's tcufoodbank.org. You can go and there's a section for the car on there, and there's also a section if you want to donate to TCU Food Bank that you can donate online as well.
Yeah, so really important. I appreciate that. Thank you, Aaron. Let's show the car one more time. Much like Lawrence mentioned, people like us can get into it and do that comfortably. And I can tell you, I can see my wife riding in that vehicle to go to whatever trip she's going on with maybe her favorite person, probably not me. I'll stay at
wife,
home.
happy life.
That's
you know?
exactly right. I'll stay at home and visit and go and donate some time at the TCU Food Bank, which people can do. Go ahead, Jen.
And also, we're looking to do a lot more stuff in the community and with fundraisers and stuff like that. So be watching for us because we plan on being more seen in the community also.
Okay, I like that. Again, let's give that email address one more time.
tcufoodbank.org.
Right?
And you can go online and you can donate to the TCU Food Bank, or you can go to the car section and there's a QR code on there for the car as well to buy tickets for the car.
Okay, one more time, Aaron, put that QR code up because I know people were watching and they want to get their tickets right now. There it is, the classic 2005 Mercedes-Benz SLK 350 hardtop convertible. All money goes towards TCU.
And
Go
the
ahead.
drawing will be here on HTV during some TV show called Sports on
Sports
the Bayou.
on the
Never
Bayou.
heard of it,
Yeah.
but it's going to be cool.
It's going to be fantastic.
And so we're going to draw it right here at HTV on television.
Lawrence, you guys have a lot going on. The TCU Food Bank is so very involved, partnerships, lots of activity. Tell us about it.
A lot of people don't realize, and even recently I evaluated some things and I had some conversations. One of the things people don't realize is just how ingrained and how an intricate part of the community we actually are. It's a situation that if you drive around Baton Rouge or Shreveport or New Orleans, you're going to see a lot of homeless tent cities. We all know what's happening in other parts of the country, and unfortunately, it's exploding there. But you really don't see that in Terrebonne and parts of Lafourche. While you may see it on occasion, you don't see it. And that has an effect on the community. It has an effect on commerce, how people feel and view this area. And yeah, there are serious problems and serious issues, but most people don't know. We work with 5 different organizations. We provide much more than just food to help that problem. We're a hand up, not a handout, but one of the things that it affects, people don't realize that everybody in Terrebonne and Lafourche, TCU affects your life, whether you realize it or not. So you don't see the tent cities, and we work with people. The other thing is, if TCU suddenly just fell off the face of the earth, if we ceased operations tomorrow, there's 35,000 people who are going to suddenly start looking for food. And while they're everybody's good people that we serve, but when you're desperate, you turn to desperate measures. And that's why Tim Saunier and Craig Weber are some of our biggest advocates, and they work with us closely because we know what's going to happen to the crime rate and everything when you have good people who suddenly turn desperate, who are looking for help. And that would be devastating to this community if TCU wasn't here. And so the safety of your family, your property values, and as such, when crime goes up, your property values go down, and the safety of your family becomes in danger. And we help protect against that. We're a big cause in that.
And it's a ripple effect, and people need to realize that food insecurity can create so many other social issues, like you mentioned. So I appreciate that.
We also we have a program with Terrebonne General that is the one of a kind of its entire state. It was actually in a regional publication. That's how groundbreaking it is. It's just common sense to us, and to Terrebonne General, but to the rest of the world, it's like, good idea. When somebody goes into the hospital, and whether you have traditional private insurance or whether you have Medicare, Medicaid, if you go into the hospital and you get services and you leave, if you have to return for just about any reason in the next 6 months, they charge back the hospital. Most people don't realize that Terrebonne General is a public hospital. So their operational money and their costs come out of your tax dollars. They come out of your pocket. And it's a situation that if they have somebody that's returned, that returns within 6 months, these insurance companies or Medicare, Medicaid charge them back anywhere from 2 to 3 times what they originally paid. So if they paid $100,000 for your service, which you know that's not uncommon, and so you have to come back, they're going to charge back anywhere from $250,000 to $300,000 back to the hospital that they don't eat. Believe it or not, all of you eat,
All of us.
because there's just no extra money in the hospital systems. Most people don't realize it. But anyway, so what we work with is we got a grant from the Red Cross where we looked at what's some of the biggest reasons people, or recidivism as they call it, return for services. And one of the top three is malnourishment and food insecurity. So we work a program with Terrebonne General when they have somebody that is in their facility, and we don't care what kind of insurance you have or whatever, but if the person is malnourished and or is food insecure, they will send a notification to us when the person is released, and we will home deliver. That's what the Red Cross is paying for. We'll pay to have food home delivered to them. And so if we can just stop 2 or 3 cases like this, we could save anywhere from the Terrebonne General from $500,000 to $1 million. And that affects your pocketbook. Another way we working with it, we just got funding again, some $50,000 from the Red Cross, where we have a very special app that one of the local businessmen is designing, and we're going to be in beta testing with it within the next couple of weeks, where with this app, it's going to be information for the people of Terrebonne Parish. I know the parish government has a website, but it's internet-based. This website will tell you where resources are and government resources for people who are in need. If you are in a storm, it's where the shelters are, how to get there, when they're open, what the requirements are. And working with John Navy at the Red Cross for those people who have housing issues. We have a tremendous housing shortage. There are programs to help people with low income and assisted living.
Right.
And so it's a situation where there will be listings in what it's going to take. In addition to that, this is going to be interactive. And when a storm does happen, this is cellular driven. We don't need the internet. Everybody's got one of these things, okay? And they can access it. And the app is going to be for free, and it's going to be maintained. It is going to make a profound difference for those people who information and need in this parish.
And I love the idea because it's one of those things that apps will make it much more available. So I love the idea that we can do that. We're going to bring you back on. So Lawrence, let us know when that is. That app is up and running. Thank you for the beta testing for it. But anything we can do to make a difference in our community, to stop that ripple effect for what's impacting and affecting people. The program for the post-hospitalization, food insecurity, bringing food to their homes, those are some of the things that are groundbreaking, and we appreciate that. So, Jen, thank you for being here. Congratulations once again. Lawrence, thank you for all the tireless work that y'all do. We'll keep partnering with you to make that happen. All right, guys, that will do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.